guys, and long overdue welcome back to our Arc Genesis series. Yep, I've had around about 3 weeks of not recording or uploading, and that's mainly because I got pretty ill. Not from the virus, but just another sort of illness. No need to really bore you with that, but instead I'll catch you up as to what I have been doing, because I've been obviously spending a lot of time, as you can see, around the base and doing the breeding, because we are actually getting prepared to do the boss fights. Now, we've got the Megatheriums bred up on a 10 melee mutation and 10 health mutation. So at the moment our base stats are looking like that, which isn't too bad. And if we go to show ancestry, obviously we've got 20 and 21, and that's because we bred two 10s with each other, so then there's 20 20s. And then we're breeding that, which means the babies will have something like 40 plus 40, and the babies are over here all growing up. They've been growing up for the better parts of probably the last 6-7 hours now. So if we go to the ancestries, we've got 41s. So yeah, if you stack mutations, if you breed them properly, you can actually get like 80 and 80 out of 20 on either side if you do different mutation lines. But we've already gone 10 melee, 10 health on the megas, and they are for they are for the brood mother fight. Now over here we have got the Rexes. The Rexes, we're going a lot more overboard with them. We're going 20 and 20, so 20 melee and 20 health. Now the Tech Rexes, I didn't actually tame up any of these, but the other guys tamed up an absolute bunch. So at the moment we're looking at, on the melee line, 572, and we've still got 5 more mutations to go. Now what we have done is added another mod to the server, and the mod itself is called Dino Storage version 2.0, and what that adds is, instead of using the cryo cells, you use what they call, I think they're called soul traps, which are here, the soul traps down there. Now we've changed the crafting recipe, because on the bog standard install they only cost 1 crystal each to make, but what we've done is actually made it so they actually cost a cryopod to make. And what I've been doing is emptying my cryopods and basically changing them into soul things and organites and everything. And these are the terminals. They could come in 3 different type of variations. So we go options, and then you go mesh. You got that one. You got just the basic small vault look, and then you got the sort of ultra modern tech look, which is the one I actually like over here. Now the reason why we added this is that it makes breeding mammals, so like the pigs, the Megatheriums, the Basilosauruses, which are over here. What it actually does is traps the babies into soul traps as soon as they're born, and that way you can just look into the console and then you go through to see if they've got the mutations. If they've got the mutation, then you take it out, and then you can easily just destroy all the ones that you don't want, rather than having to murder them. You may think it's a little bit overpowered doing it this way, but then you've got to also look at it the other way, in the case that because we are not killing the babies, we're not getting the resources from it. So where I was getting tons of metal, electronics and element dust from killing the baby Tech Rexes, we are no longer getting all of that, especially all of the food, because obviously growing up the babies costs a hell of a lot of food. And yeah. Now we are still suffering with this stupid green circle. What we are going to be doing later on this week is swapping out the S Plus mod for the Superstructures mod, which is a pickup of the S Plus mod, and that gets rid of green circle. It also does a bunch of different bugs and improvement fixes, so I'm actually looking quite forward to getting rid of this green circle by the end of the week. The reason how comes we're not doing it right now is because each time we restart the server we've got to do a dino wipe, so we've scheduled it for every Friday. So we decided just to make sure that the dino wipe occurred at the same time each week, so we're just going to swap out the mods on Friday when it's doing this dino wipe. Now as you can probably see, the Easter event is currently active, so we are getting a bunch of eggs, and I did actually manage to get a griffin, which I've named Pippin in memory of our last griffin. If you can hear my dog barking, I do apologise, he is going absolutely nuts downstairs, so give me a second to go deal with it. Sorry for that quick interruption. The dog was barking at someone walking past the house, because yeah, I don't know why. He's just got into the habit of doing it. So yeah, the Easter event is active currently, and I have been collecting a bunch of the chibis. Now we've got the majority of them. I think we're missing a good few. I know that the rock drake is one of them, and I'm not too sure what other ones we're missing. I'm going to have to go through the list of which ones are actually out. Oh yeah, the 2 Feroxes one, the one that he hasn't changed and the one that he has. The Bloodstalker I haven't got. And the Rock Drake I think are the ones. And this is... I did manage to get a Phoenix. This is like the main one I was going for. But then when I got the Griffin and it was blue and black in my colours, I sort of had to have it. So yeah, I ended up taking that one. And as you can see, we've got a couple of flags out front. I painted them into the United Kingdom thing. There's a website that you go to and put in any picture that you want for flags, canvases, or anything really. So we've got a few of them dyed about just as decorations. We've got our logo, obviously, and then we've got the Beetlejuice, which I really like. Let's get rid of the HUD quickly. Yeah, so we've got Beetlejuice, and then I took a picture. I was trying out the camera to see how that worked, and it's not too bad. Just a picture of our like base area and whatnot. I've also, there is a website that you can actually download a bunch of the sort of paint templates for different creatures and whatnot, and there are a good few ones. Now, I do actually want to tame up a basic RG in order to do one of the paint jobs on it, including a Quetzal as well. Of course, some of them are really good that I want to do. Other than that, that's pretty much where we are. We're sort of just getting geared up for the actual boss fights, and if you want to know what's going on over here, is I'm actually trying to get the colours. Oh really, guy, with your goddamn tail. I'm trying to get the colours for a Optimus Prime style Rex. Why can we not pick this up? There we go, thank you. I'm getting very much overweight. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay, I'm very overweight now. Where's the male? I need to turn him off of breeding. You a male? Nope. Nope. This one grew up here, so he sort of like glitched down into the ground a bit. Let's turn you off quickly. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort of finish off the bits and bobs of breeding here, and actually what I really want to do is hop over onto the island and go and tame something that I need in order to sort of have resource on hand. I really want to tame one of the Achatina snails, because obviously you don't get them on this map, and they would be really handy for the cementing paste and the organic poly, because I'm so getting fed up of having to do the along came pollen mission to get a chitin, or to kill the big turtles to get the shells to grind into chitin. You do to get a lot of chitin, but then you have to then go out again and get a bunch of stone, and the amount of cementing paste I'm going through, especially when you get to the higher tier sort of quality drops like the blueprints and whatnot, it does get quite expensive. So what we are actually looking, what level are you? 354. So we're looking for any 356s. We've got one down here. You are 572. What is our... I've got it written down on a piece of paper near me. That is actually one. Oh, is that 15 or 14? You are 15. So that one's... I've not written down the 15 one yet. You know what? Let's quickly double check what is... Oh my god, it's so loud in here. Let me turn you down a little bit. Oh, apparently that's a whistle as well. You are 572, so we're looking for anything over 572. We'll get there eventually, guys, don't worry. Okay, so 572s, and we're looking for 566s. 572. Okay, 572. 584. So that is definitely a melee mutation that we're after. And 572 again, we definitely want the male one instead of female, just for the easier swapping out. Otherwise I'll have to breed the female with a male just to get a male. That's all happy days. 073s. Looking for certain colour mutations as well, but that is that, and then what we do afterwards, we just destroy them all. That way we're not gaining resources, and we're actually losing out quite a bit of resources by doing this. But it just makes it a little bit more simpler for breeding. And a lot more tired. That way you tend to not run into the issue so much where people forget that they've left something on breeding, come back to 1,000 corpses on the ground. Yeah, so happy days there. Anyway, once I've got everything sorted and organised in the area, ready to head off, I'll bring you back. Alright then guys, so we're over here on the island now. I made a sort of temporary forward operating base over here, and it's just one of the cliff platforms placed as high as I possibly could on a little rock which was all the way over here somewhere. It's like dead centre. I've just made it just a standard sort of cliff platform using all of the S plus sort of added features as well as the structures plus features. which I think doesn't look too bad, and it's only temporary, and it's just something I can pick back up when we finish with this map. And we've even got running water as well in there. I've had a pipe run all the way down into water, but what we want to do is got our feroxes on us, but that's for later. Throw out our bloodstalker. Now hopefully with this guy we should be able to see the... Which, am I going the right way? Redwoods is up in this way. We should hopefully be able to see the acatinas. Now I've got some sweet veggie cakes on me because obviously that is pretty much their kibble. I'm fairly sure that's the only thing you could tame them with as well. Yeah, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by my phone. I still prefer just getting around on the bloodstalkers because I think it's just so much more quicker, even on the island. I've had a go on using the bloodstalker on the centre map, and oh my god, it is amazing to use on the centre map. This is the only sketchy thing about the bloodstalker, is that obviously a cat pro can come along and grab you up if you're bouncing around in swamp, because you can't really slingshot yourself around in swamp. Now also we've got to be a little bit careful regarding the phylos in this area. Now I've got my megatherium on me, so should it come to that I can just obviously throw my megatherium out. Let's just have a look around, see if we can't spot any acatinas. They do spawn in the redwoods on this map, don't they? Or is that just Valguero that they've added it? I know that they definitely spawn in caves on this map. I'm not 100% certain they spawn in redwoods. I guess we could find out after we have a look. Something I should really check before going out on this little excursion. If we need to, I'm not sure. That's the thing. I always thought the stuff in caves was. Why is that not getting highlighted for me? By the way, this map is actually is excellent for finding alphas on. So the amount of alphas I've managed to find and kill on this map already is insane. Especially the megalodons. Megalodons, I swear, overspawn in the ocean caves on this map. No, it's just a really colourful sheep thing. Yeah, let me have a look around, see if I... Oh, me saying that, and there's one getting highlighted just over there. Moose? Yes, moose. Any badness around here? What is that? Is that a philo? Oh no, it's a Plovia. Plovia. Yeah, let me just get my megatherium on the hotbar. There we go. And you can go away for now. And then we go get that snail. And this Plovia gone. So he balled himself back up in the ground. I hate that they can dismount you. Oh no, he went inside the fight with a bear. I guess he lost that one. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the bloodstalker out because now I've completely lost where the snail is. Let me gamma up quickly, see if that helps at all. Oh, there he is. Yeah, definitely bloodstalker's the way to go if you're looking for these guys. Now, we are going to want you, and we should have our darts on us. Hopefully, because I've got like a 200% trank gun. Oh, you know what? That bear I reckon is going to completely flip and go after me. And of course that didn't register. There we go. Get knocked out. Still with him. And you can have a sweet veggie cake. Give them 2 just in case. Okay, so after he's tamed up, I will catch you back. Ah, come on. I'm gonna pass out. And I ruined that snail. I forgot about Trudons. Get lost. I knew that I should have been sitting further away from the snail. Great. Okay, well it looks like I'm going to probably wait till daytime and go find another one. Hey, I've just gammered up because we've not adjusted any of the day or night settings on here. So waiting to daytime is just going to take hours upon hours. Or just an hour. Really guys? Come on, man. Oh, no, don't. Bastards. Oh, the snail just went in. Didn't even know they could do that. I think that's most of it, but I'm fairly sure if I shoot this guy now, he's gonna die. I think they attacked him. Don't die, don't die. Or just don't register. I guess that's an option. Come on. This could take a while if I keep on hitting the shell. There we go, he's out. And it's only a level 24, so hopefully one will be okay. Thing is, you've got to sort of be near him to put the narcotic on him. I'm fairly sure there's more Trudons over there. Yeah, finally got one. At least this one didn't get wrecked. We'll call this one Susie. No idea if it's male or female, by the way. Oh, non-gender specific, so queue up. Grab our narcotic, or the one that is left. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and hopefully get another 2 or 3 of these guys, because obviously we're going to want a few of them producing the polymer and cementing paste. So I'm going to carry on looking. If anything crazy happens or catastrophic happens, I'll definitely bring it back. Alright then guys, so we're on our 3rd one here and it only needs to take 1 more bite. Now we have got a purple shelled one just over here, but it's a level 80. And no word of lie, I tamed a level 60 before, and that took around about 25 minutes even on our sort of rates. It's just stupidly. And it's a case that you have to be really close. You have to make sure that they've got enough narcotic on them. You have to pump it, and it's not like it goes down over the space of 5 or 10 minutes. It goes down like literally every 2 or 3 minutes before you have to put another one on, because their torpor is just so low. It's not that it sinks so low, it's just that it's not got a lot of torpor. So I think 3 is going to be more than enough, and because this one just keeps on taunting me, yeah, so we're just going to kill this one. He's just been sort of circling me for the better part of about 15-20 minutes, there you go. And we can name this last one Sandra. There we go. Just let you finish doing that, and then we can pick you up. Happy days. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to base, and we actually need to craft up another tech trough in order to specialise it in, to make sure that only the Acatinas can eat from it. Otherwise every single one of our berry eaters is going to start eating the sweet veggie cakes I put in it, and I really don't want that to happen. That has to be a tech trough, otherwise the sweet veggie cakes will spoil very quickly. So I'm going to do a couple more little bits over here on the island. I'm probably just going to go see if I can't get any decent loot from the caves. I would bring you along with that sort of trip, but to be honest with you, once I've done it before on camera and it's not riveting. It's just me going through on the dino, killing everything in the area and then just seeing what loot there is. But hopefully I'll find some decent loot, and when I bring you back I'll show you anything I do find. Alright then guys, so it's now actually 2 days later, and as you can see we've got rid of the green circles and we've gone ahead and swapped out the S+ for the superstructures. And there's one weird thing is that the industrial forge and the tech replicator are around about half the size of what they usually are. I'm okay with that change. Just means that I need to find somewhere to put the actual tech replicator because it doesn't really fit in with this sort of decor. But also another thing happened in the last couple of days while I wasn't actually recording is we actually took on the brood mother, and we done all gamma, beta and alpha, and we was doing a little test out with the megatheriums. Like I had all my health pumped up to 20, then I think Mac's brother Steg had his bumped up to 25, and then Mac had his bumped up to 30. And yeah, most of mine all died, but both of theirs all pretty much survived the entire fight. I think I had like 2 or 3 megas out of the 8 that I took in survive. And I think they're the ones that I pumped up to 25, because that was my 3. Eddie, Ed, and Ed. Or Ed, and Eddie, shall we say. I don't know where the other 2 are. Have I got any of them in my pocket? Yeah, we got Ed. And who's in there? Eddie. So we're missing an Ed somewhere. Maybe he died. I don't know. Or maybe he's in the console. But I ended up building up another little building over here. It's just sort of a little barn sort of area, because after taming the snails, I sort of figured out that I didn't really have anywhere to put them. Like, that building there is completely full. This is sort of my workhouse and living quarters upstairs. That is just a breeding pen for now. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it after I've done breeding, but no doubt I'll probably find more things to breed anyway. So, what do I want to make? I actually wanted to make some cages to put the snails in. So, if we grab, say, 3 of these guys, and, oh, thank you. Now, we also need to craft the animal tender from the, I'm going to say S Plus quite a lot, but it's from Superstructures now. Obviously created originally for S Plus. And there's a good feature with the S Plus or the Superstructures Tech Trough, is that you're able to limit which ones, like which animals are allowed to eat from it. So, can we find... Oh, I think I need to throw the actual Acatena out for it to recognise it. Either that, or I don't know really what I'm meant to do with the Acatenas, but yeah. Let's quickly throw these cages out. Let's go. Gotta make sure it's not poking through the roof, so... well, yeah, I'm gonna have to face down quite a bit. Like so. And so about there, just line it up with the actual, whatchamacallits. Do that. I've made this 3 foundations wide, particularly for this reason, just so I can fit these all in nicely in the cubby hole. Then I could probably use the rest of it for actual breeding. So, yep. I've actually got pigs breeding on the outside, the Daedons. I've got them up to, I think, 2nd generation, and we're looking for, what is it? 284s, I do believe, because we're up to 2nd gen on the health, yeah. So we're looking for the 3rd generation. Them I actually had to reverse back on my... Oh, they've just laid a bunch more. I had to reverse back my Techrex breeding. I was up to, I think, 16 or 17, and then I realised I'd gone wrong somewhere. So I had to drop back down to Melee Gen 13 and start again, because for some reason I think I might have bred one of the mutated males with one of the mutated females accidentally and carried on breeding that chain, because when I went down to the ancestry I had like 27 on one side and 21 on the other. So clearly I went wrong somewhere, so I had to jump all the way back to the one that wasn't corrupted, and that is Gen 13, and I've managed to get a new Gen 14 which has the 14 standard mutations. The thing is, with the mutations, usually you look out for the increase of level by 2, but if you get a mutation in torpidity, it won't actually put up the level. So you've got to be careful that when you get a mutation that you want, double check the ancestry to make sure it's not got a hidden mutation somewhere, like I did, and I'm running around like a lunatic now, so let's quickly go grab our snails. Yep, you got Sally, Susie and Sandra, the silly snails. Yeah, so I'm going to have to lob these out and pick them up and then throw them in. And then I've got to see if... Thank you. And you can go in there. And then we do believe I have to put them on wandering. And then I need to see if that trough... Come on guy, really? It's alright. If that trough can actually notice the Acatena. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go on to options. No. Oh yes it is, right at the top. There we go. Was that there and I just didn't notice? Oh crap, you know what? Let's go exclusion, because this is the other trough. It's actually this one that I want to do. Let's go feeding trough options, Acadena, inclusion, that's it, accept. And then this thing should have the 9 sweet veg cakes. Obviously I'm going to make a bunch more, and then these guys should be able to carry on feeding from that. Where are you? Susie? Come on out. And Sandra. There we go, happy days. Sandra's got a green shell, as you probably saw from the last clip that we done. Let's throw you in there, and options. No, not that. Behaviour. Maybe wondering. And then throw you into there. Behaviour. Enable wandering. Happy days. Now the cementing paste that they drop, the item collector should be able to pick up. So if we go to this guy, yeah, that's what I was going to be afraid of. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to poop options. Say stop human, stop small. Say stop. Say stop medium, stop small, stop human, stop massive. And then we can just drop a whole bunch of these. And you can mess with everything just so that there's room for the Actina paste. And then hopefully it won't pick up so much crap, which is going to be the issue. And then we also wanted to make the animal tender, which is a giant bunny. I have absolutely no idea how I'm meant to make this thing fit anywhere. Yeah, there you go. What are we missing? Ah, clay. You know what, Helena, where you at? Let's go down clay here. There you go. Let's get a couple of them.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. Okay. And there's our clay. Yes. Honey. Happy days. Yeah, the whole point that I started the whole sheep herding, sheep shearing thing is in order to get the wool to make this thing. I think it's designed that way, so you had to make one after the other. And because we got the tech generator, it should automatically be working. So let's do... Oh, it's a tiny little bunny. Sweet. You just whack this guy here. Activate. What have you picked up? Oh, it's grabbing the Actina paste. Oh, oil as well from the whatchamacallits, the basils. So, I thought that they just dropped the Actina paste, they didn't produce it inside of them. So I know that they're meant to produce organic poly inside unless they've changed that. But either way, cementing paste alone is good because we can use that to make normal poly. Yeah, I guess we'll find out sooner or later whether or not this all works. I guess you'll find out in the next episode anyway, because this one's definitely dragging on a bit. But hopefully you have enjoyed the episode. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.